Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supreme Uchiha the God. Now today I want to talk about Tower of God, and mainly I want to focus on Bam. Now, before we get to that, before the negative remarks, before the comments go crazy at me, before the video gets a bazillion dislikes or whatever, I just want to preface this with Tower of God is one of my favorite stories. At least it was for a long time. But I feel like it's been so powerful a little bit too long for me to continue giving it that status, right? It's kind of like how fillers felt like in Naruto, where it kind of dragged it down and muddied the quality. You know what I'm saying? The Deus Ex Machina kind of took you away sometimes from the immersion, right? And this is what I'm feeling with Bam. I feel like Bam is just such a, I don't want to say a dead character, but he kind of dead, bro. Like and I've talked about him being boring before, but at least I found his boringness interesting, right? But I feel like now he's just become another shonen protagonist. The previous chapter, spoilers alert if you're not caught up with the fast pass on Webtoon or Line, I think it's called in Korea. But yeah, so the thing is about that, he lost, right, against White. White had him dead to right. And of course, typical villain, White doesn't finish the job, doesn't take his soul, all that shit that he been chasing after him, saying that he's ripe for eating, decides you're not ripe yet. Why? Typical villains, right? That's naturally frustrating, but it happens so much that it's kind of like, oh, whatever. We let it go. Bam is on the ground, bro. I thought maybe Conor Guerrero and the gang would pull up with a rescue. That's what I was expecting. That's what I was expecting. The only way for him to get away with, because at his current power level, obviously he's not at White's level, right? Then, just by him wishing to be stronger and wishing to be whatever the fuck, he unlocks these insane abilities and just starts fucking. He brought a motherfucker back from the dead. Like, I hope the explanation that comes out is amazing or some shit, right? And I know they kind of explained it, that it's because of the powers that the girl has, where she kind of stalls time, and because she did that, her soul could actually come back, and she stalled time, and the soul stayed, and then she's alive because da-da-da. Like, it's a whole lot of hogwash, if you ask me. It's actually a very poor explanation too, if you ask me. I just thought it was a very weak way to have his confrontation with White go. They build up White as this super legendary, ultra legendary, fucking scary motherfucker. And to be honest, the more hype they're giving to these guys, the more disappointing it's becoming when we meet them. It's just one of those things, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even Karaka, like, dude is supposed to be the youngest Fog Slayer, does the same two moves every fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's holding back. Hopefully, that's what we hoping. Cause we ain't see a motherfucker do nothing special, bro. It's almost like, how is he Fog? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's his name? Yama was like hyped up to be this ultra fucking OP beast mode god galore. Hasn't done shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just disappointing. Like, you gotta give these motherfuckers like real feet and like before offering them by somebody stronger. You don't just say, oh my god, this guy's da-da-da-da, meets another guy, gets fucking mollywopped. And of course, despite getting mollywopped, like, if the villain does the typical villain thing, oh, I want to play with you, I want to make sure you beg and plead instead of just killing them, right? Which is, again, like I explained earlier, frustrating, but a little bit forgivable because the narrative has to continue, right? Now, it's less unforgivable. It's less forgivable when it comes to Bam as the protagonist. He's been going through this slow burner growth of, damn it, if I kill somebody, I gotta kill people, right? To now him even stopping and saying, fuck it, I'm fighting, revenge. I was like, yes, this is a great moment. We needed this, Bam. That's the energy we need. Yes. You can't keep allowing the people you care about lose their lives, not necessarily because of you, but, because of them trying to help you or da-da-da-da-da, right? So, that was a beautiful moment. I really, really liked that moment. But then when his powers just took over and it just felt like Naruto whenever the Nine Tails saved him, right? And I think it worked in Naruto because there wasn't a bazillion shows that was doing it, right? But now there's been a bazillion shows that has done it, so it's kind of like, again, really, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like Tower of God is too original of a story to have a protagonist like Bam. You know what I'm saying? I feel like him maybe being boring and droll and not so opinionated like Naruto is, it was a good change of pace and an interesting change of pace, right? But now, like, the powers are, come on, bro. You just can't be getting saved like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the author could have put in more effort in his abilities. It still hasn't felt like Bam has worked for his powers. Like, he has. We've seen him go through training. We've seen him go through things. But I feel like the levels he's reached, you know what I'm saying? Which obviously he's a fucking irregular. So irregulars have blah blah. But how long is that going to be an excuse, though? You know what I'm saying? It's like the Nine Tails. Here's the Nine Tails Fox. That can only be an excuse so many times. Like, you once you use that a few times, it loses its value. You know what I'm saying? It loses its, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so I mean, that means anything could just happen in the story at any time. And we know from Slave that his name is Slave in something. But SIU, we know that SIU explained that basically in his blogs that Bam is not an Access user, right? So if you don't know what an Access user is, it's somebody that can distort and destroy the rules of the tower and create their own narrative in it and yada yada yada. It's you know, that's just so quick. It's maybe a shitty enough explanation, but this is kind of for the hardcore fans, really. This video, but he's not that. He's not Phantomonium or whatever the fuck. He's not that. He's not Enzu. He's not none of these dudes, right? So, but he's still an irregular, so he still has irregular abilities, right? Now, so if you look at somebody like Mazino, right? If, let's say, Mazino was the protagonist, he'd be hopping, he'd just be strong as fuck, be beating motherfuckers, getting stronger, beating motherfuckers, and he reaches the top of the tower, meets, you know, Jahad, and decide, whoa, okay, I'ma leave, right? Phantomonium, I think, Enzu did the same shit, Phantomonium did the same thing, pulled out, and said, okay, I met you, I'm out, right? And there's obviously some reason why they all get to Jahad and decide, okay, we're leaving. So, Bam, it feels like, just has never, I mean, he became really strong at some point, right? When he was going after Yama and all them guys, he was really strong. That was great to see. But then the scaling went up so insane, right? He went from like throwing hands with like really strong regulars, right? Like high ranked motherfuckers, to fighting with a general of the fucking army of Jahad, bro. Like, and injuring him. Like, motherfucking Caliban, bro. Like, what? Caliban fucking beat his master, bro. Like, if Caliban built that, like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, it was like, how, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And then he went from injuring Caliban, right? And I would almost guarantee that Caliban is at least as strong as White Bear. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would say maybe a little bit stronger. Like, honestly, bro. Like, what? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, right? Maybe not this level White. You know what I'm saying? But Caliban is definitely comparable, right? We can't say they're not on the same level or something, right? And how Caliban didn't smoke him like that, like White did, is kind of wild. Considering he was literally ordered by Jahad to do that, like, so we can't say he wasn't taking it serious. He wanted to test out his abilities, like the fuck, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where it's like, stuff like that frustrates me in a story, in a narrative. I like narratives to be solid, you know what I'm saying? And you can forgive a few slip-ups here and there. That's, you know, it's always gonna happen. Human nature, mistakes are gonna happen. But with Bam right now, it feels like the choice to have his powers kind of just awaken and do shit by themselves was the laziest option ever. And I wouldn't be mad at it if it was like a different type of story. But I feel like Tower of God has so much potential. And I've been saying this, bro. I love this story. Well, I loved it. I kind of I tolerate it now, to be honest. But I feel like he had so much potential at the end of season 2 to just be something unique, to change the course of you know, especially if you look at season 1, season 2, like, that was changing the course of fucking shonen. Like, it was different, it was unique. Now the games are even getting annoying. Like, they're getting so complicated for no fucking reason. Like, Why does every motherfucker they meet? Yeah, I get that's how the tower works, cool, but give us some fucking better games, bro. You know what I'm saying? Give us some games that make a bit more sense. Like this game, I know it's not even like that hard or whatever. The cage, blah blah blah. But it's just adding on padding time. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just adding on time for like no fucking reason. Like honestly, I feel like that's probably one of the weakest part of Tower God in general is the fact that everyone they meet wants to play a game. Like that's how they fight, which is kind of like I mean in Yu-Gi-Oh it makes sense because you literally need your cards to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you need the cards and the monsters in order to accomplish your actions, etc. Right? Because you just a fucking mere mortal. And sometimes they punch each other anyway. You know what I'm saying? But in Tower God, I feel like why are they playing like you trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you get everything you want if you just beat me in this game. Like, why would you give them that chance? Like, why? And these motherfuckers are getting stronger in this fucking stupid thing. So by the time they meet you, they're now strong enough to beat you. Like what? Like what? What? You want them dead or do you not want them dead? Like what? Like what the fuck? The logic is just beyond me. Like are these motherfuckers that strong and that bored? Like and fair enough if some of them are like that, but how is every motherfucker they meet like that? You know what I'm saying? Like I'd love if they just met and just scuffled, bro, and just fucking true hands, bro. Like move on, bro. Like yeah, like fuck. I know Dragon Ball Z is 90% fights, but goddamn it, I'd almost rather that at this moment. But that's am I being too harsh right now? Am I saying too much? I don't know, but I feel like Tower of God is letting me down a lot. And I know a lot of people in the webtoon, have been commenting, oh, the translation is very poor, blah blah blah. The translation is poor, but I've read poorly translated stories and really still enjoyed them thoroughly because I got what they meant. And the poor translation is patching over the fact that the story is mid, bro. You know what I'm saying? The story right now is not great. You know what I'm saying? The explanation of what's happening is not great, bro. SIU maybe needs to take another 6 months off, or he just needs to finish his fucking arc. I think this arc is just not great, bro. I've been complaining about this whole Yama arc the whole fucking time. Shit is kind of garbage, bro. I'm gonna go. Oh, sorry, I'm on my break, so I have to leave soon. But yeah, anyways, it's been your boy Supreme Cheer to God. I'm gonna go eat. What do you guys think of Tower God? Do you guys think that I'm just overreacting, whatever the fuck? Or do you guys agree that the story has like fallen way down to the potential it had and the quality it had in season 2? And that there's a too much Deus Ex Machina happening right now. You know what I'm saying? For my liking. It already happened with when Conaguero Agnes fucking just exploded with brand new abilities for no fucking reason and it saved his, you know what I'm saying? Like all that type of situations, like malarkey, like I don't know, like give us more than just, oh, you'll find out in 500 chapters. Like it's been 500 fucking chapters, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, been your boy Supreme Cheer to God. I still support our God. I still pay for the coins and buy the chapters every fucking week because hey, die a fool. Alright, I'm out.